Listen to me very closely. If you clicked on this video, it is because you have no idea how close you actually are to wealth. Most people think being rich starts with money, but the truth is completely different. There are signs, real signs, that show you are already on the path to wealth long before the money shows up. And if you have even one of these signs, you are richer than you think. So do not scroll, do not look away. You need to hear this today. Robert Kiyosaki always says something powerful. Wealth begins in the mind long before it appears in your bank account. And for a long time, I never understood what that meant, until life started teaching me, until I met people who had nothing in their pockets but were already rich in mindset, until I watched people move from nothing to something simply because they had certain signs that most people ignore. You may think you are behind, you may think you are late, you may think you are struggling, but listen to this. Some people have money but are still poor mentally, and some people have little but they are already wealthy inside. You might be one of those people and you do not even know it yet. Here is the first sign. If you are tired of being broke, you are already ahead of millions of people. Most people are comfortable with struggle. They complain, but they do not change. They know their life is stuck, but they keep repeating the same habits. But if you are at a point where you are genuinely tired, frustrated, and uncomfortable with your current situation, that is not weakness. That is the beginning of wealth. That is the exact moment everything starts to change. I remember when someone close to me told me, "I cannot keep living like this, I want more." They were not rich at the time. They had nothing in their bank account, but they had a burning dissatisfaction inside them. That fire, that hunger, is the same hunger every wealthy person had before they ever made a cent. That hunger is a sign that your life is about to shift. Here is another sign. If you are actively learning new skills, you are already rich. You may not see the results yet, but your future will. Robert Kiyosaki says poor people chase money, but rich people chase knowledge, because knowledge eventually brings the money. If you are learning design, editing, marketing, business, sales, coding, or any skill that can produce value, you are building wealth even if you do not see the reward yet. There was a guy I knew who used to watch tutorials every night after work. He was tired, stressed, and broke, but he kept learning. People laughed at him and said he was wasting time. Today, those same people ask him for opportunities. The skills he built quietly are paying him loudly. Skills are silent at first, but they always speak eventually. Another sign that you are already rich is your awareness. If you are starting to realize that working forever for someone else will never bring financial freedom, congratulations. That mindset alone puts you ahead of most people. The moment you understand that a salary is not the final destination, but only a temporary tool, is the moment you begin thinking like wealthy people. Most people wake up, go to work, get paid, spend everything and repeat for 40 years. They never question the system. They never ask, is this really the life I want? But the moment you start questioning it, the moment you start saying, there has to be more, you already stepped into a different class. You might not have the money yet, but mentally, you are already wealthy. Let me tell you another sign. If you are no longer impressed by flashy things, you are already rich. When you stop caring about showing off, when you stop trying to look rich in front of people who do not even care, that is growth. Real wealth is quiet. Real wealth is simple. Real wealth is internal. If you have reached a point where peace, progress, and purpose matter more to you than impressing strangers, you have the mindset of a rich person. I once met a man who wore simple clothes, drove a normal car, and lived peacefully. You would never guess he was wealthy. He told me something I will never forget. Once you stop trying to look rich, you start building things that actually make you rich. That hit me deeply, and he was right. If you value discipline over display, you are already rich inside. Here is another sign. If your circle is getting smaller, it is not a bad thing. It is a sign of elevation. When you start growing, you naturally outgrow people who only want to gossip, argue, complain, or waste time. When your mind starts focusing on goals, money, discipline, and improvement, you automatically lose interest in distractions. Losing people is not a sign of loneliness. It is a sign of direction. Another powerful sign is this. If you are willing to start small, you are already rich. Most people want to begin at the finish line. They want big results without small steps. But wealthy people understand something. Everything great begins small. Every business started small. Every brand started small. Every millionaire started small. If you are willing to begin with what you have, even if it is little, you are already on the path. There is a story I love about a young woman who started selling digital designs from her old laptop. Her family laughed. Her friends ignored her. She made almost no money at first, but she kept going. She kept improving. She kept learning. Today, she earns more in 1 month than she used to earn in 1 year. She was rich long before the money came. Her consistency was the sign. And here is the biggest sign of all. If you still believe in yourself, even just a little, you are already wealthy. Because most people have given up on their dreams, they have settled. They have accepted that life will never change. But if deep down, even with all your struggles, you still feel like you are meant for more, that belief is powerful. That belief is rare. That belief is the seed of wealth. So stop thinking you are behind. You are not behind. You are preparing. You are building. You are growing. And these signs are proof that you are already rich mentally. And mental wealth always becomes real wealth when you stay disciplined long enough. One day the world will see what you already feel inside. But for now, build quietly, grow silently, stay consistent. Because if you have these signs, you are rich already. The money just has not caught up to you yet.